So they'll be calling you a radical. This is real fucking historic video. Really historic, because there's no journalism. I mean, why the fuck wouldn't the Standard Examiner, the Tribune, fuck New York Times did a piece, you know, broke the color barrier. Why would they go fucking interview Arnie Farron? He's still alive. You know, the in-state committee, Ogden High, all roads lead to Ogden, 25th Street. So what? By the way, that's not his name. Everybody called him Waltz. You know, because just like Utah. Utah is not the Ute word for the top of the mountain. So no, that's slang. It's what you think. Everybody used to think that it was called Walt. His name Watt, which isn't his name. Now, I'm not going to butcher his name. You know, his Japanese name. Born and raised here. Right there. Right down the road. I'll do a piece at his dad's barber shop on 25th Street. Born and raised in Ogden. Born and raised in Ogden. Played here. So this is the famous gym. This is Weber State's original gym. This was the campus right here. By the way, this gym is spectacular. That's where I learned how to swim. There's an upper track around the thing. That's where I ran the half mile in junior high. And a guy named Lamar Hershey just fucked me. I mean, these fucking creepy ass coaches. You know, that's a long story, but I mean, that fucker ought to be in jail for what he did to me. You know, me and Ice Stone used to go up. Me and Ed. Let's see, he's just the Olympic fucking... He ran at T.H. Bell, I ran at fucking Walt, me and him. So anyway, that's where I learned to run. That's as far as the half. There's a quarter-mile track up above the basketball court's spectacular. This is probably, it's a Leslie Hodson masterpiece. As you know, I say the Masonic Temple. It's probably the finest building in all of Ogden. They sold it under this fucking, these creeps roll in here who claimed they were Goldman Sachs hedge fund guys who, they're just, they got government grants out the yin yang for housing. Fucking, it's been vacant for fucking 15 years. There's nothing. This is the fucking scammer of Ogden. Godfrey fucking college. Well, I went to college with them, but they're fucking shammers. Fucking, I'm telling you, this place is corrupt. So this is the corruption of the NBA. So the NBA will tell you the first game was played in 1946-47 Toronto. That's what they'll tell you. That's documented, the first game played. Yet then they'll tell you the first season was 49-50. Now why? Because a bunch of oligarchs rolled in and tried to change the narrative. That's what this world does. Just like, you know, Prince used to say it the best, you know. Why is George Washington the first president? You know, by the way, Prince's last name was Hanson. And he says, the Danish boy, you know. Of course, my real last name, you know, it's adopted too. The Blanches way back. You know, my dad, my grandfather, you know, we're Danish boys. Something rotten in the New Denmark. You got to use to learn that fucking left. So Watt lived here. I knew him. I was friends with him. So this is important. My father, Digger, the organic farmer, you know, the potato, tomato. All the so many of the farmers, you know, they co-opted. A lot of them brought it from Austria. But before that, I mean, the Sakamotos were right next door to us. So I sit with some of Watt's kin, his family, at Weber State's games to this day. To this day, we sit together. He'll be up at the thing. Maybe I can get an interview with him. But he broke the color barrier. Now, remember, he played at Ogden High. They won the state championship at Ogden High. I think Arnie Farron was on that team. So this was a JC. He played right there, right there. They won the national championship 2 years in a row. Oh, that was dirt. No. Then he goes to the U, because this was a 2-year. Fawn, Mckay, Brody, right there. Who? What? Bernard DeVoto lived right there. His house is right there. Who? What? Huh? By the way, one of the most famous people in the world lived in that house, right there. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Fucking all roads lead to Ogden, Blood Ogden, fucking Jesse James, fucking Jack fucking Dempsey, fucking, oh no. So he broke the color barrier. No. How can the NBA tell you the first game was in Toronto 47, 46, and the fucking first season was at 49? This is the shammery, because it's the oligarchs moved in and tried to capture it. That's what they do. They steal it. Prince. Why is the first president was named Hanson? Why are we picking the 13th of them on 15th, 16th, George Washington? Because that's what they do. Fucking Sam Adams, fucking do all the dirty, dress up Indians, throw the fucking teal, fucking, one by jet stream, two by cable TV. That's what they do. This is where he played. Now think about this. Born and raised in Utah, Ogden. Born and raised here. Had to hide. Lots. There were more churches right here. There's one right there, right there, right there, right there. Right here than anywhere in the world. Multiple denominations. The great Junction City. Fucking. A little too rough for me. That's Al Capone said about fucking 25th Street. Right there. Standing there. Ogden's a little too rough for me. Blood, Utah, the panty. How can the panty painter fucking pieces of shit media and fucking artists. This is fucking Ogden, American fucking canned. You got to get better with that left, Kev. So, think about this. Heidi, he's playing during the war. You know how many young men lost, including my uncle, Omaha Beach, D-Day that raised me. Including my father, fucking, that was Korea, right? Whoa. Think about what he dealt with. And he played at Weber, just like Fawn Mckay Brody. Fawn Mckay Brody is a female professor at Weber State, right there in the 30s, history professor. The greatest female. Weber State won't speak Watt's name, they won't speak Fawn's name. The two greatest alumni, so the black ball and Kevin Lynch, which I taught at the #1 school of business fucking in the country, ran the whole fucking show, blackball me because they're panty painting pieces of shit. Doesn't meet with their fucking narrative. New descending down staircase, I'll show you the staircase here, the road to nowhere. So, think about this. JC wins 2 national championships here. Goes to the University of Utah. Wins the AAU championship, the NIT championship, and the NCAA championship. This guy, first person of color to play in the NBA. Don't you think his banner would be flying in Weber State's rafters? Don't you think Fawn Mckay Brody, there'd be a statue there? I understand there's a statue at UCLA and at the University of Chicago. She's from here. She taught here. Female professor at 17. The first history dean in the history of the greatest writer, born and raised here just like he was. Think about this. And that was with him skipping 2 years. He went to Japan and fought for the United States against the monarch, the imperialists. Think about that. You know, we talk about the code talkers and Navajo, important. We talk about, you know, the African American repression, important. What about the repression here that goes on? I mean, you need to learn to speak American. This is 75–80% Hispanic here. Remember, this was when the Mormons got here, right here to this square inch right there. This was Mexico. I got in an argument with this fucking Dave, weak pieces of shit. Oh no, it was New, no, fuck you. It was New Spain for 40, they'd never even been here. That was just a bunch of map makers. Father Escalante was the first one here, Spaniard. With their crosses and their fucking tanks and their fucking bombs and pass out the smallpox. There was a bounty house right there. This was Shoshone land. They murdered them all. Fucking Chief Cherokee, little soldier on Balco. Think about this. This was Mexico. You know, hey, my kin found the gold, brought it here. Brownsville, Utah. This was called Brown. Captain Brown was a crook. Miles Goodyear, you know, crook. How about Peter Skinner? Never set foot in Ogden. Lived up there. Who's the savages? What does the Grand Tetons mean? Est-ce que va pour la Francis? Oh no. Jim Bridger lived right here. J.L. Smith lived right here. Who's the savages? So he goes to, I mean, and people won't even speak his name. I knew him good. He was around all the time here. Pillar of the community. Just calm, cool, collected. Probably, well, no doubt, the greatest player who ever played at Weber State. That's the gym he played in. The building's fucking vacant. Put a statue of him from there. Why? I mean, the Eccles family made all their fortune here. The Brownie, they take their fucking money and run to Park City and fucking run to Southern California. Run away when you loot our fucking city. And then you won't give us nothing back. Let me show you these. The road to nowhere. Whose house you going to? Where you going, Freebird child? Where you going, Freebird child? Nude descending down staircase. Dead purple fucking nude found in elevator. So, you fuckers at the New York Times, you lazy, non-journalistic fuckers, at least you did a piece. Thank you. Fucking Standard Examiner. It used to be a good paper when I was a boy. Fantastic. You look at the FDR documentary that Ken Burns did, you know, ninth inning. Every time they use a screenshot on the Roosevelts, it's the Ogden Standard Examiner. Glassman family, you know. God, come on, Kevin. Got to get better with that left. I'm working on it, coach. I'm working on it. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. What a gem. Deny us all. The blackballing of Kevin Blanche because, I mean, the first MBA, my PhD, my fellowship because of my anti-nuclear stance. How about the blackballing of what? Fucking NBA review. How the fuck can you say that the first game was a 46-47? Which it was. That's when the merger happened. He played for the NBA. Oh, but the first season's 49-50. And people eat this shit up. Saddam Hussein has weapon mass destruction. Jessica Lynch fought off $9 million of congressional mail. She had to sue to give it back. Pat fucking Tillman, yay. Fought off $9 million when his own man murdered him. By the way, Pat Tillman reminded me of my dad a lot. A lot. My dad was a special forces guy. Wit. My dad and Walt were friends. My dad died young of this horrible disease. You know, by the way, spread a lot of fucking... Monsanto, by the way, got found guilty in Hawaii. But they arrested a Chinese dissident in St. Louis selling state secrets. Work for Monsanto? So Monsanto's now our government? I thought Monsanto merged with Bayer, Hitler's company. You can write the narrative any way you want in Blood, Utah. By the way, fucking Ogden. You ever seen Ogden? Fucking Ogden. Shoshone land. It's a marsh. What a town. What a great fucking town. What an incredible fucking place. What an amazing place. Amazing people. Keep fucking Ogden. Fucking gritty and hardcore. No panty painting. No panty painting in Ogden. I'll say here. Oh, cursed spite. One last thing. Oh, cursed spite that I was ever born to set this right. For Hamlet and Cassandra got together. They had a baby. And I see for miles and miles a country and western version in Blood, Utah.